guys, it's Justin from High Flyer Options. The markets have been pretty turbulent and volatile lately, and here at HFO we're always trying to find new ways to profit off of it. And we're basically here to help our subscribers find those opportunities. In today's video we're going to be over a couple different things. First of all, the green rush, and in our educational segment later in the video, high and low base patterns. And now time for the overview of last week's trades. We have several open trades right now, actually 4 open trades, so I'm not going to go over those. We did close out the LinkedIn vertical spread at a 15% gain. Now on to the HFO watch list for next week, and it's going to start out with CANV, which is Canavest, SPLI, which is AdWorks Aviation, USEI, which is going to be US Energy Initiatives, ATTBF, which is going to be Abatis Bioceuticals, and SZDPY, which is Zoned Properties. There's an investment revolution occurring in the market currently due to the legalization of cannabis in several states. Many companies, some legitimate and some not so much, are cropping up due to this. The HFO team has been actively researching these companies deemed the green rush and will be looking for long and short trading positions in them. With every change comes a new opportunity, and the savvy investor stays ahead of the crowds. It is time to profit from this. A graph that I thought you all would find interesting is going to be the green rush, like I talked about, and it's all the marijuana stocks that have something to do with cannabis and it being legalized. And this is going off of if you had invested $100 in these stocks on the beginning of this year, January 2nd, my birthday. This is what your investment may have looked like. And I mean, as you can see, these things are moving very heavily. These smaller cap stocks, the ones that are not worth as much, kind of the starters, you'll see them moving the highest percentages because you can't expect a very large stock to move very much, but if one of these stocks hits it big, you may see 200, 300%, 400% returns on your money in short term. And obviously on this, on $100, this is thousands of percents on return. So honestly, it's too good of an opportunity for us here at HFO to pass up. So we gotta research it a little bit more. Okay, so now on to the HFO strategy of the week, and this week is going to be high and low bases. Just to start out, it is very hard to tell what a stock is going to do simply just by analyzing the numbers. You'd have to be a genius to basically tell what a stock would do. What we here at HFO rely on is going to be charts, and charts are very key because you can pick up on patterns and trends in the stocks. Stocks are similar to people in the sense that they go into patterns, and by recognizing those patterns you can get in and out of the stocks when you want to and when you think it's going to do something, and that's going to be the real way to make the money in the stock market. So first of all, it's going to be high bases, and you're going to be looking for a high base if the market is strong, and preferably or if the sector is strong. And the stock is going to have made a new swing high, and basically what a swing high would be is right there. It swings up high, just exactly what it sounds like. From the new swing high, the stock is going to trade sideways, and the technical term for trading sideways is going to be consolidation. As you can see right here, this is going to be consolidation. And what you see with consolidation, it's not necessarily straight sideways. It's going to be an up and down pattern, but it's going to stick to the same highs and lows. So basically it's going to go boom, 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 but it's not going to move anywhere crazy or anything like that. It's basically the average is going to be pretty the same throughout. Yeah, like I said, highs and lows in the consolidation, and you're going to want it to consolidate for a minimum of 5 days. And so once you're after that 5 days of consolidation, then you're going to be looking for the triggers, and the triggers is what are going to tell you when to get into this stock because it's about to shoot upwards. And some of the triggers could be the lower trend line, which is, I didn't actually pick this picture out, but this is going to be the lower trend line. The 20-day simple moving average, the 50-day simple moving average, which I'm sorry I do not have on this chart, but it's pretty generic to have the 50 and 20-day simple moving average on the charts, or prior support or resistance. Support is going to be down here, this line right here, what the support is. Resistance is always going to be what's resisting it from the top, which is going to be basically all the forces that are stopping it from shooting upwards. And as you can see on this one, new swing high, consolidation for about 5 days, hits the lower trend line, which of course is one of our triggers, and then shoots up. So that's basically what we're going to be looking for on the high base. Some criteria to find the high base: you're going to want a minimum of 30,000 shares, average volume, average daily volume. The volume tapers during consolidation. So for those of you who didn't know, this chart down here is going to be always going to be, especially on FinViz, it's going to be the volume, which is going to be how many contracts are being traded. And when they are low, obviously there's not as much volume. Very high volume is going to be right there. So during this consolidation, I'm going to use this one as it's consolidating right here. Directly below it is going to be the volume, blah, blah, blah. And as you can see, if you can see right here, that's pretty low volume. And what it's saying is the volume tapers during consolidation. It's very low. But extremely low volume could tell you that it's about to hit the breakout. And that, I mean, this is kind of a small breakout, but as you can see right here also, consolidation, very low volume, huge breakout right there. And basically, some of the other criteria, your risk to reward ratio is a minimum of 2 to 1. So you're at least going to be wanting to make 100% on your money, doubling your money. And no earnings dates within 10 days. I know I've gone over that, but I can't stress how important it is to stay away from the earnings days. We might get into those later on, but earnings can heavily manipulate a stock's price and can completely mess up a trade and have it completely go against you. And that was high base. Now low base is going to be the exact same stuff as on here, except for basically opposite. I added some of the different things. The market, you'd be looking at a weak market and or sector, and the price is going to have to be above $15 simply because it has to have room to fall. It's not like you have to have a little bit of room to fall. And exactly like I was telling y'all before, I mean, you're seeing these breakouts, and it's just going to be opposite, down and down. You're seeing the consolidation, and the low bases are exactly like the high bases. A lot of these patterns have a bullish side and a bearish side. Obviously, this would be the bearish side. Bearish is when it's going down, bullish is when it's going up, and that is going to be the high and low base education for the week. One quick thing that I wanted to add in is that, let's face it can be hard to find these trends all on your own sometimes. I mean, there's thousands of stocks out there. Just wanted to bring up FinViz, how great it is. I mean, you should be going here a lot. There's tons of great information. It's all free. And they have this signals right here, and basically they don't actually have high base, but wedge up is basically kind of another word for high base. And look right here, this chart looks exactly like what we were just talking about. So you might want to scroll through those. We haven't really gone over all of them, so don't be afraid if you don't know what all of these mean. We'll be going over them in later videos, but wedge down, you can find some low bases there too. So always make sure to capitalize on all of the stuff that FinViz puts out there. That's all we have for you this week here at High Flyer Options. Remember, don't hesitate to send your comments or suggestions to info@highflyeroptions.com, and you may see your ideas on the next video. As always, good luck out there in the market.